These are my parents, Ralph and Marlene, and this story begins with their wedding 52 years ago in June of 1970. After the wedding, the family began to grow. First came Stephanie, and then me, followed by Amy and Katrina. 25 or so years later, the family grew again to finally include the boys my dad had always wanted. And then it grew again with the arrival of 8 grandchildren. To celebrate 50 years of wedded bliss, my parents invited the entire family to join them on a trip. That was back in 2020, and well, we all know what happened next. Finally, after 2 years of postponements, we all met up in Vancouver in July of 2022. We were about to set sail for Alaska.
Welcome to Serenade, guys!
Say hi, buddy. Hi! Francis, how are you?
Hi, Mal.
Hello. Happy anniversary.
We brought you something. Happy anniversary.
Is this for, do I have to share this with your mother too?
No, but Liam probably wants to taste.
Liam wants to taste? I don't
Yes.
blame him at all.
We all headed out on deck to enjoy sail away, and Henry stepped in as assistant cameraman.
So, Grandpa Ralph, how's it going?
Is this on television?
For now. 43 minutes into the cruise, and what's your favorite part so far?
How's it going with you, Henry?
I'm a journalist. This isn't about me.
All right.
How is your trip going so far?
Very well, thank you. Now that we're on the boat and we're moving and everybody is here and safe and healthy, I'm just overjoyed.
Awesome. What are you looking forward to the most?
Some nice meals and some great family time, beautiful scenery, and want to see lots of mountains.
What are you looking forward to the most?
Dinner. Mallory and I are looking forward to dinner.
Straight cruising, headed for a bruising, watching out for number 1. You gotta slow down and look around you, son. Today is just today and not tomorrow.
Guys, after all the fuss that Grandma and Grandpa Ralph has been up with us, they better look spectacular. They better.
Good morning from Sitka.
We began our tour of Sitka with a walk along the harbor and through the forest into the Sitka National Historical Park, where 18 totem poles can be found amidst the hemlock and spruce. Then we met up with our guide Andy from Sitka Zodiac Adventures. After fitting us with rain gear and delivering a safety briefing, we were given our own boat in which to tour Sitka Sound. Chad piloted the boat, following Andy's wake, and the rest of us acted as spotters. Some of us did better than others.
How did you see that guy?
There's a bear.
I have never seen a bear anywhere on this site. That was the road right there. Like,
Yeah.
we've walked along that 100 times. It's not a beautiful sunny day, but I will tell you what it is. Take a look at the trees with the clouds and the mist in them. I will take a cloudy, misty day in Alaska with the big Sitka spruce over the sunny day any day, because sunny days wash out the color of the green of the water, the green of the trees. You got to see that beautiful bear. We're right up along the shoreline here, away from the 7,000 people in town. I think it's just a fantastic place to be here in Sitka, out on the water. I think if you want to really experience Sitka, this is the way to do it. Chad? Liam, excuse you. Awkward.
The next morning, we were scheduled to sail up Tracy Arm fjord to see the Sawyer Glacier, but we hadn't been underway for long when the captain of the ship came over the intercom to announce that he was turning the boat around due to poor visibility.
Sorry about that, but safety of the ship, the guest and the crew is my life's priority.
It was a disappointing turn of events. We turned around and headed out of the fjord toward Juneau. On the bright side, it did mean that we got to Juneau earlier than expected and had some extra time in port. We started with a walk around town before catching a shuttle bus out to see Mendenhall Glacier. Coming back into town, we stopped in at Tracy's Crab Shack to sample some Alaskan king crab. Inflation has not been kind to the crab market. May I present what $150 US worth of crab looks like?
So that's what $150 US worth of crab.
It was delicious though, and Tracy's is certainly not hurting for customers despite the high prices.
Today, we're in Haines.
The night before we arrived in Haines, our planned excursion was abruptly canceled.
This is us.
This is it. It looks safe. Pretty rugged.
A Tacoma, eh?
We were left scrambling, but ultimately we rented a vehicle so we could see some of the mainland. The Haines Highway is a scenic drive, and as a bonus, it goes through the Chilkat Bald Eagle Preserve, where our excursion was supposed to take place. Ironically though, we only saw one bald eagle there, though we'd seen probably hundreds up until that point on the trip. Next we went to the Chilkoot River, where there's a weir where bears are often spotted while the salmon are running, though we were a few weeks too early. That didn't stop the fishermen from coming out. Our last stop was at Chilkat State Park, where there are some beautiful hiking trails through old-growth forest. It was good to stretch our legs after a day in the car.
So today we're at Endicott Arm, hoping to make it all the way up to the Dawes Glacier.
When I think about yesterday, my oh my, my oh my, a kiss and so I did.
Our last chance to see a glacier on this trip was in Endicott Arm, which ends at the Dawes Glacier. We were nervous about our odds of making it to the end after being shut out at Tracy Arm.
Since I met you, I feel unbreakable. Since I met you, I feel unbreakable.
But as we sailed up the fjord, the weather continued to improve, and the scenery continued to grow more and more impressive.
My oh my, my oh my, a kiss and so I did.
We made it the whole way, and in fact, we sailed so far up the fjord that it narrowed enough that we could hardly believe there would be enough room to turn the ship around for the return journey. To end the cruise, we had a day and a half at sea. This might have been our kids' favorite part of the whole trip. The 4 oldest cousins met up with another family of 3 early on in the week, and the group kept themselves entertained, which Henry gave us a brief glimpse into.
No, it's not. I'm gonna. You're gonna? I have to get some video. I need to show what the cousins did on the trip accurately. This is mostly what we did.
One thing we do know they did was enter the ship's egg drop competition. Rules were announced on day 2 and the competition took place on day 6. They didn't win the competition, but planning for it kept them busy all week, so that was a win for us. As we headed back toward Vancouver, the clouds cleared, the sun came out, and the pool deck got noticeably busier. We were sailing back through the inside passage, and the scenery was spectacular. Everyone came out to enjoy the weather and the festive atmosphere as our trip wound down.
This is a good day as any to start the rebuilding life. The roads that lay open are many, and the old one's gone under the knife.
Everything went almost too well the way you expected something to go wrong.
Everybody, a quick toast to thank Grandma and Grandpa for a wonderful